Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tashana, and on this channel we focus on working towards our spiritual, personal, and financial goals. Today we're going to be talking about why your obedience does not require perfection. A lot of times God gives us an instruction, and when he gives us that instruction, whether it be to start a business, write a book, post the content, we either don't think we're the perfect person for the calling. We may feel like we don't have the perfect resources or tools to be successful, or we don't think it's the right time. In this video, I'm going to be sharing my experience with this because I have come to realize that if God has given us the vision, the calling, the direction, he will equip us with what we need to fulfill that. The reason why we don't move is because of our own thoughts getting in the way of what God told us to do. Or we start giving ourselves expectations that God never gave us. And so I want to start with Hebrews 13, and we're going to be in verse 21. May he equip you with all you need for doing his will. May he produce in you through power of Jesus Christ. If God calls you to do something specific, he will bring you through it, but he does need our yes. He needs us to say, you know what, whatever you want me to do, wherever you want me to go, I'm gonna go. Okay, so last year, God told me he wanted me to start a business, and specifically he wanted me to create a planner. So after writing down, the details of the planner, what's going to be inside of it, what's the purpose, X, Y, and Z, then I start working on, okay, so what is this planner going to look like? I very badly wanted the planner to be a hardcover planner. And I also wanted it to have gold spirals. There was a specific aesthetic that I was looking for when creating this planner. And I had researched, and I could not find an affordable manufacturer in the US that would be able to produce this type of planner without it costing me an arm and a leg. So then I started looking into outsourcing overseas. And if you're a business owner and if you know anything about outsourcing overseas, a lot of times they make you purchase a large quantity. So I'm talking like 300, 500 plus. You can't order just a few. And so I fought with myself on this for a long time because I wanted this to be a quality product. So in my head, I had an expectation of what this planner should look and feel like. And so I even talked to my friends and family about it. I was like, I just really want this planner to be hardcover with gold spirals and da-da-da-da-da. Eventually, I had to reel myself back and think about, okay, so wait a second. Is this your vision or God's? I got so caught up on the aesthetics and the perfectionism of it and making sure it was like the best thing out the gate that I was neglecting what God told me to do. He never said it needed to have all these bells and whistles. What he said was, I want you to create this planner as a resource for the kingdom. I was so worried about the outside of the planner that I was not paying enough attention to the inside, the content, the purpose. And I was spending so much time trying to figure out how I could produce such a quality product that it was actually halting the process. And so I want to read from Ecclesiastes 11, and the verse is going to be 4. Farmers who wait for perfect weather never plant. If they watch every cloud, they never harvest. How many of us are waiting for the perfect time, for the perfect circumstances? And we are waiting so long that we never produce anything. Work with what you have, consult the Holy Spirit along the way, ask him for wisdom, ask him for help as you are creating. Just focus on the assignment. I created and designed the planner entirely in Canva. And God just gave me the strength to finish it. And when it came to the aesthetics of the planner, like the outside, the cover, and things like that, I found a bookstore and publisher named Lulu. And I wasn't able to go with hardcover because hardcover was too expensive for me to produce. And like I said, I had to work with what I had. And so I went with the soft cover. They didn't have gold spirals, so I had to go with regular plastic black spirals. I registered the business on my own and I self-published that planner through the bookstore. This is what it looks like. And I'm proud of it. It may not be the best of the best, but so many people have told me that this planner has been a blessing to them. And so I'm happy that I was obedient. I'm happy that I completed it anyway. And I can always improve the planner at a later time. Everybody has to start somewhere. Even if you take YouTube, for example, if you were to go look at your favorite YouTuber's channel, right? And you were to click on their oldest video, look at the quality of that video. Look at the background, listen to the sound. 9 times out of 10, the production and the quality does not look and sound like the production and quality of one of their newer videos. We have to give ourselves grace and allow ourselves to evolve and improve over time. I hear this saying all the time that your day one is not going to be somebody else's day 365. Like, it's just not. And like, we have to have grace. Even this YouTube video, I am recording this video and all of my other videos on my cell phone. I do not have a fancy camera. But when God told me to get back on YouTube and to use my voice and to use any of my gifts to start helping people through my content, God does not care about the aesthetic. He does not care if you have the perfect background. He does not care about that. He cares about your obedience. If you feel convicted right now, or you feel like there is something that God has been pulling on you to do, that He has been giving you confirmation that you know that is your calling, that you know may be your assignment, do it. And do it scared, sis. Start the business. You may not have a lot. You might have to start that business in your bedroom. I understand you don't have an office. Post the content. Yeah, I know you don't want nobody looking at you. You don't want nobody to think like, what is she doing? Why is she posting content? Why is she talking about that? She's not qualified to talk about that. You may not have the perfect lighting. You may not have the luxury aesthetic apartment. Post the content anyway. Your obedience does not require perfection. It is okay to work with what we got until we get to where we want to be. I know it might be scary. I know that you don't know what's going to come out of it. You don't know if you're going to be successful. You don't know who's going to watch. You don't know who's going to buy. But all of that does not matter, because God does not give us a spirit of fear. But He does give us a spirit of power and a sound mind. So I encourage you to step into your assignment. Step into what God has been calling you to do. Let go of your expectations and do not worry about what it looks like right now. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it encouraged somebody. I post faith-based content and we focus on spiritual development, personal growth, and financial discipline with Christ in the center. And if this is the type of content that you're interested in, I hope that you subscribe. I would love for you to join the community. If there are any topics that you want me to discuss, please leave them down below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.